Cooking with Steve.
And welcome to another edition of Cooking with Steve. We are in a frantic mode today. Here's what's going on. So, the beautiful Stephanie RN and myself are on the cabbage soup detox diet. There's one problem with that. I am very, very hungry. So, she is at school right now on her very last day before she gets her bachelor's degree of science in nursing prior to starting her nurse practitioner. But back to the topic at hand. So here's the deal. We're on that cabbage soup diet. I'm extremely hungry. So while she's at work, I need to make something very, very quickly so she doesn't know that I'm eating something other than that cabbage soup, which is actually pretty good. Anyway, so here's what we're doing. We're doing a pasta with marinara sauce and lemon, garlic, pepper, spicy shrimp. So first things first, because we need to be quick, we need to get this water boiling. We're gonna put this on the stove, put it on high, and there we go. Second thing we're gonna do is we're gonna get our shrimp started. So give me just a minute here. I will show you what we're gonna do. We'll come right back to you once I get things unwrapped and ready to go. See you in just a minute. Hello, welcome back to Cooking with Steve. Get close up here, Bubba. Here's what we've got. Got some of the rind that I skinned off of the lemon, and we're chopping that up very, very, very finely. We've got a 1.5 pounds of peeled and deveined shrimp right here. I normally would not buy peeled and deveined because it costs just a little bit more, and I'm super cheap. But for purposes of here, we need speed. So I went ahead and all the stuff is already cleaned up. What we're gonna do is we're gonna put our lemon rind on there. Also got these 3 cloves of garlic that I'm gonna dice up very fine and also put on top of it. But before that, I'm gonna put a little bit of extra virgin olive oil, not much at all. I'm going to squeeze that lemon juice on there like that. And we're going a little fast here, I know, but this is, there's the reason. We're just going to take the Cajun seasoning out. That's the Louisiana Cajun seasoning. We're going to be very generous with that, like that. And we're going to dice up this garlic very nice and put that in there and let that marinate. Then we're going to get our spaghetti sauce started. So, real quick, the origin of this dish. I have a friend of mine. His name is Paulie. He lives down in Mississippi. He's an Italian man living down in the dirty South where they get lots and lots of shrimp. I was down there visiting him last year, and we had a nice time at some gentleman's club, and while we were there we were talking about food. And he was specifically told me how to make this dish, so I've told him as a dedication to him, I'm going to make this dish on one of my cooking shows. So that's the origin here, and normally, I will admit, normally we would grill this, but being as though I'm trying to be a little secretive from Stephanie the RN, I don't want to risk burning down the house with that old grill. Check out that GoFundMe page. Because if I burn the house down, I think it'll give the secret away. Anyway, give me a minute here. I'm going to dice this garlic up, and we will come right back, and I will show you. You've already seen how to make the sauce, but I'll show you a real quick demo of how to throw it together very, very quickly, and I'll see you in just a minute. See you then. Thank you very well. Welcome back to Cooking with Steve. Thanks for joining us today on our frenzy of cooking today, trying to make this quick. Anyway, so we've got some oil that's been in the pan on medium heat for a minute. We're just dumping in about 2 tablespoons worth of garlic. We're going to let that go until it becomes translucent, at which time we are going to add our small can of petite diced 14 and a half ounces, and then this 28-ounce can of peeled crushed tomatoes. While that's in there, I am then going to take our herbs freshly grown in the backyard. Got a sprig of oregano, some parsley, and what's left of the basil. We're going to dice that up very, very, very finely and then add that in, but that doesn't go in until the very last minute. Salt, pepper, and sugar are the other ingredients. So we are going to get that together. Still waiting on this water to boil. That's what's holding us up. Once we get all this going, we're going to sear the shrimp. We're going to try to get a nice little seared crust on the outside of them, and then we're just going to go ahead and add them to the sauce. serve everything up. So we'll see you here in just a couple of minutes. See you then. Welcome back to Cooking with Steve. So as you can see, we got our tomatoes added to our garlic and oil. Doing roughly a tablespoon of sugar right there. Got some salt. Say roughly a tablespoon of salt. And we got black pepper. We're going to go ahead and add that as well. Mix that all around. And then we're actually going to move this to the back burner. Our water has finally come to a boil, so we can get moving on the shrimp. So that's why we're moving this to the back burner. We're going to add our herbs, which are diced up over there. We're going to add those about the same time we add the shrimp into it. Put that back on the back there. And we'll come right back here when we get our shrimp started. See you in just a minute. Hello, welcome back to the speedy edition of Cooking with Steve. So I got this pan on the stove here. I've been letting it warm up. I'm just going to toss these shrimp in. Keep in mind, shrimp do not take very long to cook. So we got it at pretty high heat because we want them to cook, but we also want to have a little bit of a sear on them if we can do that. So high heat is important. Little chat about that diet. So I am definitely not opposed to diets in any way. The cabbage soup diet, the cabbage soup is actually pretty good. The problem that I'm facing with it, specifically today, I have not been able to eat anything other than cabbage soup and vegetables today, and my breakfast was a baked potato. I have not had any meat or bread today, or anything to drink other than water. Therefore, I am very, very hungry and unsatisfied with my eating. For a person who has a cooking show, to think that I can go a week with only eating cabbage soup, fruits, and vegetables seems a little far-fetched for me. So, that is the reason we're trying to do this. If she happens to come home during tasting time or prior to eating all this, it's just the kids' dinner. So I didn't cheat. I'll eat some cabbage soup, I'll suck it up, whatever. Maybe I'll hit up a McDonald's tonight, you never know. Anyway, shrimp are going to be done here in just a second. Once they get done, we're going to toss them in the sauce along with our herbs, and then I'm going to go ahead and get the pasta started right now. Pasta takes about 7 minutes. So, we'll see you back here in about 7 minutes. See you then. Hello, welcome back to Cooking with Steve. We're making a slight modification because these shrimp are not getting the sear that I want. So what I'm doing here, whoa. So what I'm doing here is I'm dumping all the fluids out, and I'm gonna put some more seasoning on them. It's kind of difficult. Then I'm gonna put them back on the skillet. I will then put the stuff back on there once I get the sear. Anyway, pause it for just a second while I get this fluid out of here. The fluid has been removed. We're hitting these with a little bit more of the Louisiana Cajun seasoning. Put these back on the stove. We kicked that up to high, so we're going to see if we can get a quick sear on these real quick, and then they're getting ready to go back in the sauce. There we go. There we go. I can hear it now. They do look good though. They're almost done. That's the problem. Got 3 minutes left on our pasta here. And then we're going to combine all this stuff together. Actually, while we're doing this, let's go ahead and add our herbs to our tomato sauce like that. Give those a good little mix around. Turn that sauce down. All right, these are searing now. You can hear them. There we go, that's what we're looking for. Oh yeah. Alright, so I don't want to overcook these, so we're going to leave these like this. Hit them with a little bit of that fluid real quick. Just a little bit, not all of it. There we go. And we are done. We're going to get these put into our sauce. Fluids and everything. Whoa, that made a mess. Alright, so sauce and shrimp are now done. We're just waiting on the pasta, then we're going to combine all this stuff together and we'll come back for tasting time. See you then. Alright, welcome back guys. So our pasta's done. We pulled it off and drained it out. We're going to go ahead and dump our shrimp and sauce directly into our pasta. Made this a lot. I know that's the right amount of sauce for this amount of pasta. So there we go. Give it a nice little stir around. There it is. And we'll come back. I'll plate this up and we'll come back for tasting time. See how it is. See you then. Hello, there's our final dish. Welcome back to Cooking with Steve. You have joined us for tasting time. We're going to start with Mackenzie, who had her first day of 9th grade today. What do you think?
The shrimp is divine.
Good to hear. Ava, what are your thoughts?
This is very, very good.
Good to hear. Alex, what do you think, buddy?
Let me get that shrimp out. Spicy.
How is it, bud?
Hurry it up, buddy.
Okay, Dad.
Awesome!
This is, in fact, exceptional dish. I can't wait to put this in my stomach because I'm very, very hungry. Now this diet, I do plan to continue it tomorrow. I just needed a break. It was not very good yesterday on the diet. We had some leftover ribs from the barbecue restaurant that we went to on Sunday, and I did cheat yesterday too. So I guess I'm just healthy during the day, but then I get hungry for dinner. Anyway, thank you for watching. Always appreciated. Please like, subscribe, share this video, leave a few comments. Also check out the GoFundMe page. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Cooking with Steve, and we will see you next time.
Cooking with Steve.